Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Tower of God New World. Now, in today's video, I'm going to pretty much give you guys advice on which character you should select for the SSR Plus non-stop summon. So on my previous video, I talked about which SSR Plus unit you should go for the SSR Plus selection chest. If we come over here to our bag, if you didn't redeem the code, I highly recommend you guys to redeem the code where you can get a free SSR Plus selection chest. I'm going to put the code in the comment section down below for you guys. And the SSR Plus selection chest is right here. Now for this SSR Plus selection chest, I'm going to go over this one more time for you guys. You're only going to get one copy for one unit. So on my previous video, I pretty much went over which character you should select in the SSR Plus selection chest because you're only going to get one copy. Now in this video, we're going to talk about which SSR Plus character you should choose for the 900 summon SSR Plus limit break event that is going to be on anniversary. So apparently for anniversary, they're going to let us pretty much select an SSR Plus character that you want to summon for, and you're going to have 900 summons available. You're not going to have 900 summons available right off the bat. Like, they're not going to give it to you in the mail. They're going to give us 400 summons in the daily login event, and I'm pretty sure yeah, after the daily login event, they're going to give us 480 from the daily festival. So you're going to get 400 from daily login and 480 from the daily festival, and then you're going to get 20 from Operation Push. Now this is, I don't think this is the name of the event, Operation Push, I don't know, but you are going to get 20 extra free summons. So in total, that is 900 summons. Now, when we take a look at all of the SSR Plus units, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say pass for the characters you should not select for the 900 summon event, and I'm going to say pull for the SSR Plus characters you should select for the 900 summon event. So first character we have right here is Evan. Evan, now this unit right here, like I said, this guy literally requires no investment. So if you get Evan, you don't need any dupes, any copies. He's perfectly fine with 0 copies. So I will say for Evan, he is a pass. He shouldn't be your main priority because there are other units who can pretty much need more copies in order for them to work, and Evan is not one of them. So Evan is a pass. Now for Kunaon, this guy is also a pass as well, and the reason why is because you don't need him. You don't need Kunaon because we already have Iwa, we have Compressed Rack, we have so many light element DPS units that are pretty much good, and you don't really need Kunaon because he requires a lot of investment. And for an SSR Plus unit that requires a ton of investment in order for them to work, that's going to be very complicated for you to achieve with just 900 summons. So Kunaon, he is very strong once you reach 3 red stars, but are you willing to take that risk with just 900 summons? Probably not. So he shouldn't be your main priority. If you want to go for Kunaon, then I advise you guys to not pick him because there are other units who can perform way better. But like I said, this guy is a pass. He is a pass. Don't go for Kunaon. He is very good with 3 red stars, but he's still a pass. Now, when we continue, we have Datu. This one is pretty obvious. Pass. Bro's trash. There's really no reason for you to even pick him up because hats, we have a tank hats unit who's really good for light element. So Datu is absolutely terrible. He needs so much investment in order for him to work, and he's just not that strong. So he's probably one of the worst SSR Plus characters in the game. So this guy is obviously a pass. Now moving on from him, we have KonMashy, also a pass. The reason why this unit is a major pass and you should not pick her is because we already have Joaquin, Vivi, and Kaseya who are very good when it comes to dealing damage. So trying to invest in an SSR Plus unit that needs a lot of investment versus an SSR unit that doesn't really need a lot of investment and it perform way better than KonMashy, I would highly advise you guys to go for the SSR unit instead versus an SSR Plus unit because it's hard to get a lot of copies on SSR Plus characters. So KonMashy, obviously a pass, don't want to pick her. After KonMashy, we have Kaka. Kaka is also a pass, and the reason why is because of Vara Garv. If it wasn't for Vargarv, I feel like Karaka would be a decent option, but Vargarv is literally a perfect SSR purple element unit. And there's really no need for you to even use Karaka because of Vargarv. Like, I'm not even using this unit because of Vara. So if you don't have Vargarv, I highly recommend you guys to summon for him. And when you summon for Vargarv, you don't have to even worry about Karaka. So Karaka is obviously going to be a pass because we already have an SSR purple element tank unit who is very, very good. Now, continuing on from that, we have Gusting. Gusting is also a pass because of Ha Yura. Ha Yura is literally the best support unit for purple element, and you don't really need Gusting because Ha Yura, she can literally revive any enemies. Like, not revive enemies, but she can revive your allies. Like, she can pretty much allow your allies to avoid fatal damage, which is very, very good. So Ha Yura, if you already have her, there's really no reason for you to even invest in Gusting because Ha Yura is just, she's just that person, bro. She's her. She's just busted. So Gusting, I mean, no reason for you to even pick him up. So he is obviously a pass. Now, continuing on from that, we have Vile. Vile is another major pass, and the reason why is because he needs 3 red stars in order for him to work. And if I'm being honest, the chances of you bringing him up to 3 red stars with just 900 summons is like very, very low. So I feel like for Vile, you don't really want to pick him up because you already have Jin Sung, who's very, very good with low investment. So Vile, not really the best option. So he is obviously going to be a pass. Now, the next unit we have is Evan Kell. Now, Evan Kell, this unit is actually very powerful with low investment. Like, if you reach 3 blue stars with her, she can do a ton of damage. Like, she is really, really good. The only issue with this character is survivability. So I will say with survivability, she struggles with that. But besides that, if you have Awaken Rack, if you have support Hua alongside with Red Mask Hua, this unit is very good. She's very powerful, so I will say that Evan Kell is a solid pick, especially if you are a beginner player. I'm pretty sure for veteran players, most veteran players already have her at 3 blue stars, or they already have her maxed out, don't know. But for beginner players, she is a very good pick because she is really, really good at the early phase of the game, and you can also get her through the welcome banner. So Evan Kell, very, very powerful SSR plus unit, so she is definitely a pull. Now, continuing on from that, we have Awaken Rack. Awaken Rack, this guy right here, I will say pass, and the reason why is because for Awaken Rack, you want to max out his passive because in his passive, he has a thing called durability stacks, and with these durability stacks, the more stacks you have on this, the more damage he can take. So I will say for Awaken Rack, he is really good with 3 blue stars, but I prefer you to pretty much have 1 red star on him so that you can max out the durability stacks. You pretty much get 7 in total when you reach 1 red star or 3 red stars. So Awaken Rack, I'm going to say pass because he does require some investment in order for him to pretty much work. Now, moving on from that, we have Jin Sung. Now, Jin Sung, this guy is actually pretty strong with low investment. I currently have him at the 1 green star. So I will say for Jin Sung, he is a very powerful assassin unit. Very, very good. But the thing is, he doesn't really work in a lot of team comps. He mostly works in red element due to the fact that he gets additional attack buff in that specific element. So I will say for Jin Sung, you mostly want to use him in red team comp. And even though he works with low investment, I do feel like for Jin Sung, he shouldn't be your main priority. So I will say for Jin Sung, he is a pass because there are other units who are very, very good and just insanely overpowered. So I will say Jin Sung, very, very strong unit. He's absolutely amazing. But there are just other units that can pretty much perform way better. And they are in like their overall performance in every single area when it comes to dealing damage, when it comes to survivability. I do feel like Jin Sung isn't on the top when it comes to that. So Jin Sung, definitely a pass. Now, after that, we have Flight Eric Mazino. This unit is a pass, and the reason why is because he requires investment. I currently have him at 1 orange star, and I will say that with low investment, he is not that crazy. So you do need a lot of copies on this unit in order for him to work. Plus, for blue element, you have, I mean, you don't really, if you don't have Escanor, I will say Flight Eric Mazino, very, very good. But at the same time, you do need a lot of copies on him. So this unit, very, very powerful SSR plus unit, but you don't want to risk spending all of your 900 summons on a unit that pretty much needs a lot of copies. So he is also a pass. After that, we have Datam Mao. Now, Datam Mao, this unit is actually pretty good with low investment. Very, very powerful, especially for blue element. She is immortal when it comes to when you're using her in adventure stages. Like, she is just immortal. The fact that she doesn't receive, the fact that she just doesn't die at all for like 10 or 15 seconds is just completely broken. So this unit is very, very powerful with low investment, and the fact that she works with, you know, no copies, I do feel like spending your 900 summons on her is a waste because she's perfectly fine with 0 copies, and you can easily get her with the SSR plus selection chest. So I do feel like Datam Mao is also a pass because she works with 0 copies. So you don't want to waste 900 summons just to get 3 green stars on a unit that works with low investment. So Datam Mao, pass. Now we're going to skip over Kaiser and Escanor because they are not going to be included in the non-stop summon event. So Kaiser and Escanor, they're excluded. We're not going to talk about them. Next unit we have is Datu Mao. Now, Datu Mao, there are 2 ways you can play with this character. If you have no copies on him, he pretty much plays as a stall tank warrior unit. If you have a lot of copies on him, he pretty much plays as a DPS unit. So Datu Mao is one of the craziest SSR plus units because he has insane survivability, and the amount of debuffs that he inflicts on the enemy is very, very good. So I will say for Datu Mao, he shouldn't be your main priority, but he is a very, very powerful unit, especially for beginner players. So I will say, depending on your account, if you have, let's say for example, you have Flight Eric Mazino at 3 red stars, or you have him at 1 orange star. Depending on your account and which characters you have maxed out and which characters you don't have maxed out, I will say that Datu Mao is a pass because he is not your main priority, and he works perfectly fine with 0 copies. So Datu Mao, I will say, is a pass because he works with 0 copies, and he should not be your main priority. Now moving on, we have Punisher. Now Punisher, this guy's busted, and the reason why is because with his passive, he pretty much gets a physical and magic resistance, and when you reach 3 red stars, you get 40%, and I think that is very valuable, and that makes him extremely tanky. So Punisher is automatically going to be a pull because he's going to carry you long term. He is a very tanky DPS unit. Plus, we have 2 brand new green element units coming to anniversary in Tower of God New World, and SSR plus Yua. She's pretty much going to revive her allies, and the fact that she can revive Punisher, that is just going to be crazy overall. This unit is going to be a tank monster who's going to deal insane damage. So Punisher, highly advise you guys to definitely go for this unit because he is definitely going to receive a huge buff from SSR plus Yua. So Punisher, major pull. Now after that, we have Child Yuri. Now, Child Yuri, this unit is broken. And the reason why she is broken is because with 3 red stars, she can pretty much solo adventure mode. Like, she can literally kill every single enemy on her own, and she does insane damage. So I will say Child Yuri is a solid pick because she can literally carry you so far, especially at the early phase of the game, in the mid game, and of course in game. So she is a very powerful unit. I will say with low copies, she does die a lot faster, so you want to get as much copies on her as much as possible. So the more copies you get on her, the more damage she deals. Plus, Yua, SSR plus Healing Flame Yua, is going to be a major buff to green element because she is going to revive and inflict buffs on her allies. So the fact that she's going to increase Child Yuri's survivability, that's going to be amazing overall. So Child Yuri is definitely going to be a solid pick for sure. You should definitely choose this unit for the non-stop SSR plus summon event. And after that, that is pretty much it. Rachel, she is a collab character, so she is not included. So those are literally all the SSR plus characters. So When I take a look at all the characters that I talked about, I do feel like Punisher Rin, Child Yuri, the main reason why is because Green Element is definitely going to receive a major buff in Anniversary. So these two units are literally going to benefit from SSR Plus Healing Flame Yiwa alongside with Endorsi. If Endorsi is good. If Endorsi is good, these two are definitely going to benefit a lot from those two units. And excluding these two characters, I do feel like Kunaon would also be a solid choice. But the thing is, Hiwa, Compressed Rack, they're both perfect for light element. So you don't really need Kunaon. Like if you want him, you can go ahead and do it. But I would highly advise you guys to go for Punisher and Child Yuri because these two together are just stupid. Especially Punisher. This guy is just absolutely broken when it comes to survivability. He's literally the tankiest DPS unit in the game. So definitely go for Punisher. He has incredible survivability and he is an amazing unit for Green Element. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to you guys in today's video. All I wanted to pretty much go over, and hopefully it was able to help you guys out. And anniversary is coming, really excited, and I am going to do a live stream, so make sure that you guys stay tuned for that, and I'll be catching you guys on the next one. Peace.